And Chris sent his viewers over. So thank you all so much for hanging out. Hit that thumbs up for us. Consider subscribing to the channel. My name's John. I go live for every Mets game. We'll mix in some other games throughout the season as well. But let's make sure we're good to go here. And I'll keep an eye out, because if Chris does have a post game tonight, I will redirect everybody over to Chris. Let's make sure we're good to go on all the sides here. No Facebook tonight. I don't know. I got an error. Not sure why. We're on the Twitch side, the Kick side, the Rumble side, the X side. All right, so let's go. Let's come over to the chat and we'll say hello to some people here. And we'll come back up to the top. Raymond was here. Raymond says, hi. Hi, John and all. Let's go, Mets. Roadrunner was here. What's up, Roadrunner? Welcome back, McNeil. Yeah, Jeff McNeil on the A's. CH says he's on an alt account since I'm working tonight, but let's go, Mets. This is an improved A's team, so it should be a good match. I still think the Mets can take 2 of those games. Let's hope so. Raymond's here. Charles is here. What's up, Sir Charles? Paul is here. Stanley's here. Stanley says, good evening, John, Mrs. PAS in chat. Let's go, Mets. CH says, Mets will be in good shape if they take 2 here. Robert P is here. Still sick about last night's game. Yep. Raymond, yes, I will get to that here in a little bit. All right. Raymond asks, John, any word from Gina? Yes. Miss Gina is okay. She had to take a trip into the city yesterday and was unable to watch the stream. But she thanked everybody for the support. Some of you know what's going on. I'll let her share. She said she would. She said she was hoping to be in the live stream tonight. So we'll wait to see if she shows up here. Yep, CH says it too. She said she'll try to stop by tonight. Yep. Oh, CH said he heard from Gina earlier. Awesome stuff. All right, let's come over and check. But welcome in once again, everybody. Let's get into tonight's lineup, tonight's defense. For the Mets, on defense tonight, it'll be Benj in left, Robert Jr. in center, Brett Beatty still in right field. Ronnie Mauricio gets to start at third base. Lindor at short, Marcus Semien at second, and Jared Young at first. Clay Holmes on the mound with Francisco Alvarez doing the catching. Darth Star's here. What's up, Darth Star? All right. Let's go. Let's get into tonight's game for the A's. It'll be Butler leading off. Kurtz will bat second. Shea Langeliers is third. Tyler Soderstrom will bat fourth. Wilson fifth. Jeff McNeil, former Met, will bat sixth. Max Muncy, not that Max Muncy, will bat seventh. Carlos Cortez will DH and bat 8th, and Denzel Clark will bat 9th. Once again, Clay Holmes on the mound tonight for the Mets. He's 2-0 so far in 2 starts with a 1.42 ERA. 12 and 2/3 innings pitched. Has given up 1 home run, 5 walks to 9 strikeouts, and averages 6 1/3 innings per start. Olga's here. Welcome in, Olga. Let's turn the mic down a little bit. And we do on the YouTube side, on the big side on YouTube. If you're on the vertical side, there is a link in the chat. If you want to join in with the rest of the live chat, because the software for some reason doesn't bring the vertical side in. I don't know why, but yeah, there's a poll over there. I said grade Carlos Mendoza so far this season. We have 14 votes so far. We'll read those off after the first couple innings goes off. I know some people might be late. I know some people are interested in the Artemis 2 landing tonight. Alright, let's turn that over so we don't get any spoilers from the Mets. Philip Bishop says best Mets play-by-play channel. Thank you so much, Philip. Appreciate that. Alright, where do we... I'm waiting to see... I was able to figure out why my SNY wasn't working through the MLB TV app. I got it figured out. So, hopefully the delay is not as bad. Usually I'm about 3 pitches behind, so we'll check tonight to see how close we are. Stanley says, let's get at least 6 solid innings. From Holmes, hey, there she is. Miss Gina's here, saying greetings, Mr. and Mrs. PAS. Welcome back in, Miss Gina. The chat was asking about you. I said we did text back and forth a little bit, but I did not give out any information. So if you would like to share, that is up to you. CH says, once again, I do love welcoming any guests we have here tonight. Feel free to subscribe. CH, is that an account you usually use? Because if it is, I can add that one as a mod too. Holmes in his last outing went 7 scoreless versus the Giants. All right, here we go. The tracker has not shown a pitch yet. Oh, man. And right down the middle, 0-1. Let's go. I'll take that. The 0-1. And a little chopper. Semion's got it. He's got to flip it. Nice scoop by Young at first. One away. Semien just flipped it with his glove. 4-3 on the putout. Jonathan's here. What's up, Jonathan? Great to text back and forth with Jonathan a little bit today as well. He says, spoiler alert, subs probably be good to be here for the 7th inning stretch. Give a little winky face after that. Stanley says PAS is my Mets connection in Texas. One out, nobody on here. That'll bring up Kurtz on the outside corner, 0-1. Oh, and 1 the count. But down low, 1-1. It's because I couldn't be here last night. YouTube just hit me with an extra long commercial as soon as I said hello. The 1-1. Up high, 2-1. Two and one to count. Down low, 3-1. Jonathan says, when Squirrel is up, I will accept nothing other than an out. 3-1 here to Kurt. In for a strike. Challenge that. How do you not? Come on, you guys. Start using your challenges. Alvarez is afraid to challenge when he's behind the dish. Swung on a miss, 0-1. Shea Langoliers now the batter. He does lead the MLB. He leads the majors in home runs with 5. Outside, 1-1. Raymond says, let's turn 2 here. Tenth pitch of the inning from Holmes. Whole deal. And that one lifted out to center. Robert. Couple steps in. 2 away. All right, here's Soderstrom. And a little chopper. Holmes has got it. He'll flip it to Young at first. A nice scoreless inning there from Holmes. Gave up the walk, though. We go bottom 1. No score. The Met lineup tonight. Let's get into that. The Met lineup tonight. A little bit warmer there at Citi Field tonight. It's only 51 degrees there. I wonder if that's true. Because it's 65 here. But we'll go with that. Francisco Lindor will lead off. Bo Bichette will DH and bat second. Jared Young third. Luis Robert Jr. fourth. Brett Beatty fifth. Marcus Semien sixth. Ronnie Mauricio seventh. Francisco Alvarez eighth. And Carson Benj will bat ninth. Go to creator dashboard there. No. Stream manager. Not sure why it's not working, but there we go. Finally working. All right, here we go. Bottom one. Mets coming to bat here. Jonathan says it's 76 in Virginia. Natalie's here. Welcome back, Natalie. Saying, come on, Lindor, get it started. Lindor, 3 for 24 over his last 5 games. Up high, 1-0. JT Ginn, former Met prospect, on the mound against the Mets tonight. The 1-0. Up high, 2-0. Actually, 1 for his last 12 as well. The 2-0. There's a strike right down the middle, 2-1. The 2-1. In for a strike, 2-2. The 2-2. And swung on and missed. 1 away. For the A's, the defense, it'll be Soderstrom in left, Clark in center, Butler in right, Muncy at third, Wilson at short, McNeil at second, Kurtz at first, Langoliers behind the dish, and Ginn on the mound. In for a strike here to Bichette. Jonathan with the $2 super chat said the New York Mets have had good luck when we landed on the moon in 1969. The 0-1 to Bichette. Swung on a miss, way outside, 0-2. Frank T is here. What's up, Frank? Called strike 3. Team does not swing at fastballs down the middle of the plate. I don't get it. CH says starting Monday, 1 week off. First pitch to Young. Down low, 1-0. The 1-0. Inside, 2-0. The 2-0. Inside, 3-0. Oh, horrible migraine, says Frank. Shall try and stay. The 3-0. Down. Ooh, called a strike. 3-1. Looked a little low, but no challenge. The 3-1. And a little chopper foul. 3-2. Rising Rhino is here. Guys, make sure for all your football needs you check out Rising Rhino. No matter what time of year it is, there's a football league going on, and Rhino will have you covered. He'll also mix in some NHL, some NBA, and a ground ball to second. McNeil's got it. Over to first. That'll retire the side. We go to the second. No score. I don't know if you guys saw today, former Jet quarterback Browning Nagel passed away. I did not read any information. I don't know if he was sick or... What's my favorite? I don't care about City Connect jerseys for other teams. I'm tired of the Met City Connect as well. Daniel Berry is here saying, hey everyone, happy Friday. Oh, colon cancer. Thank you, Raymond. I did not. Like I said, I just saw the headline. All right, here we go. Wilson, McNeil, and Muncy here in the second. In for, I don't know where that one was, but our catcher doesn't challenge, so 1-0. In for a strike, 1-1. Grilled cheeseburger. And that one lined into left field. The leadoff single there for Wilson. That'll bring up Jeff McNeil with a runner on first and nobody out. McNeil getting a standing ovation from the Citi Field crowd. Jonathan says our City Connects are still not growing on me. Nah, the first couple times they were pretty cool. Now, time to change them up already. McNeil steps out of the box, tips his helmet to the crowd. Good job, Met fans. Now let's strike him out. Down low, 1-0. Jacob's here. What's up, Jacob? Then for a strike, 1-1. One and one to count. And that one fouled off, 1-2. Here in between innings, we'll look at the other games going on tonight in the MLB. No NHL action tonight. That was very strange that nobody was playing. The 1-2. And a grounder. Semion's got it. Flips it to second, short for one. Over to first. Double play. 4-6-3 double play. Nobody on. Frank says, good one, John. Now strike him out. I'll take the double play instead. Outside the Muncy. BBA says, good evening. This guy hitting now looks familiar. In for a strike, 101 the count. Natalie says, good job, John. You called it. McNeil got out. Frank R is here. What's up, Frank? Swung on a missed 1-2. The 1-2. Holmes will deal. And he went. Struck him out. Don't even need to check down at first. We go bottom 2. Still scoreless. It'll be 4, 5, and 6 for the Mets. Robert Jr., Beatty, and Semien. Let's take a look at other games going on tonight in baseball. The Phillies already have a 4-0 lead over the Diamondbacks. The Tigers up 1-0 over the Marlins. The Angels up 2-0 over the Reds. Twins up 1-0 over the Blue Jays in the first. Yankees and Rays are tied at 2 in the bottom of the first. Guardians and Braves no score, bottom 1. Giants Orioles bottom 1 no score. White Sox Royals at 7:40. Nationals Brewers as well. Then the Red Sox and Cardinals at 8:15. Rockies Padres at 9:40. Astros Mariners at 9:40 and Rangers Dodgers at 10 o'clock. And the only final, the Pirates beat the Cubs 2-0. Cubs struggling this year. Yeah, talking about the gray and no, that's the one. The gray, it's actually gray with purple pinstripes. Let me start writing these down because I never remember to thank people at the end of the night. First pitch to Robert Jr. Up high, 1-0. Want to know the count. Oh, way up and in, 2-0. The 2-0. Down low, 3-0. Robert had the only Met run last night. Hit the solo home run in the first. Oh, she put the chicken jockey in there. Inside. Oh, called a strike, 3-1. The 3-1 to Robert. And got under this one out to center field. Not deep. Clark's there. He'll make the catch. 1 away. Jonathan says, you were great in yesterday's game. I listened to the replay, especially after the 7th. That's when everything fell apart. Yep, that is one of the new emojis. Yep. What I should do is I should put them on the screen so you guys can see what they look like when they're a little bit bigger. Because they're in the chat, it's a little small. And a little chopper foul, 0-2 to Beatty. Oh, and 2 the count here to Beatty. See if he takes strike 3. No, it's fouled off. The catcher did not hold on, so we'll do it again. The 0-2. And chopped foul again, excuse me. Yo, Thomas Fitzpatrick is here. What's up, Fitzy? I think Fitzy will have you covered for the Red Sox-Cardinals game tonight. Called strike 3. And Beatty takes another third strike. It's funny, you can't get base hits or home runs if you don't swing the bat. The pajama top jersey, not good. That one's not good either, I agree. The 1-0 here. And fouled straight back, 1-1. Jonathan says, I channeled my anger through what you said after the 7th. Sox play in 45 minutes. Let's go. Blake Place says, hello. What channel is the game on? It's on WPIX. Outside, 2-1. I am watching through MLB TV, though. The 2-1 to Semien. And a grounder to short. Actually, third base. Muncy got him. Another 1-2-3 inning. We go to the third. Still scoreless. 8-9-1 coming up for the A's. On the YouTube side, make sure you vote in the poll there in the chat. Tonight's poll is I am asking you guys to grade Carlos Mendoza so far this season. I won't read all the descriptions or the percentages quite yet, but we have B. I did not put A on there because I don't think anybody would give him an A yet. B, C, D, and F. And as the night goes on, I'll explain what each one is. But welcome in. We got 2 people watching over on the Twitch side. Welcome in. Once again, no NHL action tonight. Who's on the mound tonight for Boston early? All right, here we go to the third. Dr. DeLay just went live. He's doing the Nationals Brewers game. Outside 1-0. Inside 2-0. The 2-0 to Cortez. There's a strike. 2-1. Connolly early. Thank you, Fitzy. There's a strike. 2-2. Cortez, another former Met. CH. The 2-2. And chopped foul. We'll do it again. Two and two the count. Holmes up to 28 pitches here in the third. And that one line. Base hit in the left field. Another leadoff single. That's 2 straight innings with a leadoff single for the A's. Last inning was erased on a double play by McNeil. That'll bring up Clark. Oh, a bunt attempt. It goes foul. 0-1. The 30th pitch from Holmes. He bunted. He offered at it. 0-2. 0-2 the count. Welcome in. We've gained 2 new subs tonight on the YouTube side. Not looking good for the Mets with a question mark. Well, why not? It's 0-0 in the third. Inside 1-2. I don't think it's looking good or bad right now for the Mets. The 1-2. Down low, 2-2. Oh, Frank says Carla is working and Miss Jane is back safely in Cape May. Two and two the count. Holmes, I was going to say we'll deal, but he's not even ready yet. Now he's ready. The 2-2. And fouled off. We'll do it again. What are you talking about? The Mets are 7-6 right now. They're fine. Swung on a miss. He struck him out. 1 away. Second strikeout for Holmes tonight. That'll bring up Butler, who grounded out to second his first time. Hey, Tim's back. What's up, Tim? Down low, 1-0. One out, nobody on, or excuse me, one out and one on. And chopped foul. One and one the count. It must still be a little chilly there. I'm surprised. Some players are bundled up. Butler from the A's has got a thing covering his face. Down low, 3-1. The 2-1. Down low, 3-1. The 3-1. And that one fouled off, 3-2. Tim says it was really warm in Connecticut. 40th pitch from Holmes. One out here in the third. Inside, ball 4. That'll bring up Kurtz with one out. Pitching coach out here to talk to Holmes. Yeah, I find that weird, Paula. Because like I said, it's in the 60s here. Now we're having a pitch comm issue here. Gary also says 41 degrees with mid-30 wind chill. Man. Swung on a miss, 0-1. Let's go. Charles says, I might not acknowledge all of you in the chat, but note that I appreciate you all. Let's go, Charles. Down low, 1-1. This is powerful indeed. Stanley says it's time for a double play. CH says another 4-6-3 would be nice. The 1-1. Inside, 2-1. Come on, Holmes. You're not getting your breaking stuff over. Stop throwing it. And a ground ball to second. Semion's got it. He flips to short on the first, not in time. Bad throw by Lindor on the relay, on the turn. But first and third now with 2 out. Let's see. Semien got it to him. I don't think he would have gotten him anyway, even with a good... I mean, it wasn't a bad throw. It was just slow. I don't think he would have gotten him either way. So 2 out for Shea Langolier. In for a strike. Challenge that. Yup, I thought it was a strike. And it's a strike. It was called the ball. It's overturned to a strike, 0-1. A nice, a nice cheer from the crowd. Tim says Athletics actually been decent. I think they just took 2 out of 3 from the Yankees, didn't they? Including a 1-hitter. So this is no easy task here. And that one lined out to right. That'll get a run in. And it's 1-0. I was going to say Oakland, but it's not Oakland. A's, right? Yeah, even Gary hesitated. Yeah, Paul. Yeah, it was a slow throw. That's a good way to put it. Yep. Here's Soderstrom. I'll probably want to know. Runners on first and second here with 2 outs. And a grounder. Nice diving stop by Young. Gets to his feet. Holmes will cover. And that'll retire the side. But the A's get on the board. It's 1-0 going bottom 3. Mauricio, Alvarez, and Bench. Nice play by Young. SCH says, and of course I said Oakland. Well, that's why I hesitated. I was going to say, and Oakland takes a 1-0 lead. Devil Rays. They're not the Devil Rays anymore either. It's just Rays now. Actually, not in that Diamondbacks Phillies game. The Phillies have a no-hitter through 4. The Rays up 3-2 over the Yankees. Nationals up 2-0 over the Brewers. Once again, our buddy Fitzy will be live here at 8:15 Eastern Time for Red Sox Cardinals. Excuse me. Oh, Chom is here? What's up, Chom? All right, here comes Mauricio. Mauricio's only had 1 at-bat since getting called up. That was the pinch hit walk-off winner. In for a strike, 0-1. The 0-1. Swung on a miss on a pitch way inside. And a little chopper up the first base side. Foul. Still 0-2. Johnny's here, waving at everybody. What's up, Johnny? The 0-2. And another chopper up the first base side. This one's a fair ball. Kurtz will take it to the bag himself. One away. That'll bring up Alvarez. One out, nobody on here. James is here. What's up, James? Up high, 1-0. Yeah, Bo's been good. Bo's been getting hits every game. Defense starting to look a little better down at third as well. The 1-0 to Alvarez. Right down the middle, 1-1. And fouled off, 1-2. Well, they're not called the Sacramento A's. They're just called the Athletics. The 1-2. Fouled off. Still 1-2. The 1-2. Outside, 2-2. The 2-2. Bounced in the dirt. 3-2. Again, we'll deal the 3-2. And chop up the third. It'll roll foul. We'll do it again. '40th pitch here. Down low, ball 4. Mets have their first base runner here. Still looking for their first hit. But that'll bring out Bench. I keep checking the chat, make sure I haven't missed anybody. James is here, Maria's here, CH is here, Chom is here, Charles is here, Jonathan's here, Frank's here, Miss Gina's here, Natalie's here. 117 other people are here. The 1-0. Down low, 2-0. 2-0 the count here. Down low, 3-0. Venage is here. What's up, Venage? Don't forget me, John. What's up, Venage? Three and 0 the count here. If you're bench, I take a strike. Right down the middle, 3-1. Now I swear. James says need to cash in. The 3-1. Down low. Ooh, that looked low to me, but no challenge. 3-2. Getting up to 45 pitches here. The 3-2 to bench. Swung on a miss. He struck him out. 2 away. Back to the top of the lineup with Lindor, who struck out his first time. Down low, one. Ooh, called a strike. I don't know about that, Blue. But no challenge, so. The 0-1. And that one turned on foul. 0-2. Maria says, come on, Mets, wake those bats up. Oh, 2. Getting deals. And that one popped up. Clark barely has to move. We go to the 4th. Still 1-0 A's. Still not hitting this team. Let's come over. Baseball Fury says hi. What's up, Baseball Fury? On the big side so far, I said grade Carlos Mendoza so far this season. We have 58 votes in the poll so far. 22% giving him a B. The slow start is not his fault. 24% are saying still C. Still lots of learning to do. 41% are saying D. Needs to turn it around soon. And F is at 12%. Fire this guy already. Me personally, YouTube doesn't let me vote in the poll, but if I were to vote, I would put D as well. This team is better than 7-6.
They lost communication for 13 minutes or whatever, but now it's back.
Oh.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. Mrs. PAS just said we can't communicate for 13 minutes. I don't know. That's what I heard.
Say it right.
Say it right. Oh, she told me not to communicate for 13 minutes. No, she said she's watching the Artemis 2. landing, and they lost communication for 13 minutes. But now it's back, she said. Now it's back. Outside and low, I guess. 1-0 the count. In for a strike. Wow, that looked low. 1-1. I don't know what that camera angle is, but that needs to stop. And that one lined out to center field. Robert will cut over. 1 away. That'll bring up McNeil, who grounded into the double play his first time. No worries, Miss Gina. You don't have to apologize. And that one pulled foul, 0-1. Swung on a miss, 0-2. Venage says he was a Met for a long time. It's weird to see him on another team. Yep. Frank says a respectful hello to Mrs. PAS. Down low, 1-2. The 1-2. Down low, did he go? They check down at third. No swing. 2-2. And that one ripped into right field. That's a base hit down into the right field corner. That's going to be extras. McNeil on his way to second. He'll stop there. Down low, 1-0. And for a strike, 1-1. Down low, 2-1. The 2-1 from Holmes, his 60th pitch, and a chopper foul, 2-2. The 2-2. Cold strike 3. God, I'm looking. 2 away. Muncie struck out both times. Sorry, guys. Just paying a little bit of attention to Artemis here. Up high, 1-0. The 1-0. That one popped up out to left field. Benj is there. He'll make the catch. That'll retire the side. We go bottom 4, still 1-0 A's. Mets looking for their... The graphic SNY put up was Keith in a full body cast. Hey! We are at commercial break here. Mets coming up. It'll be Bichette, Young, and Robert Jr. All right, here we go. Bichette fouls the first pitch off, 0-1. The 0-1. Outside, 1-1. Did they say how far away they are from the ship? Oh, no.
I didn't catch it.
Outside, 2-1. Because they're out there. They're going to get them. There you go, Jonathan. Let me come back over to Jonathan with a $10 super chat. Swung on a miss. 2-2 the count. Congratulations, Artemis. I'm proud to be an American and citizen on Earth. Jonathan is now up to $12 in super chats tonight to 2-2. And that one grounded. Oh, nice backhand. Safe. Kurt says challenge. Oh, the A's are going to challenge this? Nice backhand by McNeil. It was off his glove. He goes out to the outfield to pick it up and throw it to first. I think he's out. I think he's out. The runner is out. Nice play by McNeil. Still no base hits for the Mets. EUD just followed. Thank you so much for hitting that follow or subscribe button on YouTube. So the Mets still looking for their first base hit. Outside, 1-0. The 1-0. Swung on a miss, 1-1. The 1-1. And Young puts down a bunt. It's a fair ball. It's a bunt base hit. That breaks up the no-no. It rolled foul. And before the catcher could pick it up, it rolled back fair. Let's see. Does it ever go foul? It hits the line. Yes, it's in foul. He waits. And it goes back fair. He should have picked it up when it was a foul ball. That'll bring up Robert Jr. Ty Johnston's back. What's up, Ty? Down low, 1-0. The 1-0. In for a strike, 1-1. Jonathan says bunt base hit. Love it. You just got to get that goose egg off the board, right? Especially when the offense is struggling. Frank says a little small ball works too. The 1-1. And chop foul, 1-2. And the Diamondbacks have already taken a 5-4 lead over the Phillies after getting no hit for 4 innings. The 1-2. Did he go? No, 2-2. The 2-2. And he hits one out to right. Butler will make the catch, 2 away. If I was going to the moon, I would bring a little Mr. Met with me. Beatty takes a first pitch strike, 0-1. Swung and a missed. I hate that. You're fooled by a fastball down the middle of the plate, but then you swing at the ball in the dirt. Oh, and 2 the count here to Beatty. Down low, 1-2. The 1-2. Up high, 2-2. James says, how short is Mendoza's leash? If the Mets are 500 or below, should the Mets fire Mendoza? At the All-Star break, to me, the answer is yes. That's almost 100 games. The 2-2. And chopped foul will do it again. Mark Leiter Jr. getting warmed up in the A's pen. Again, only at 67 pitches here. Not sure why. They would get somebody warming up. Pickoff throw. Whew, that was close. Beatty struck out looking his first time. Frank says, going after balls in the dirt is what Pete did. Yep, the 2-2. And a chopper up the first, right at Kurtz. We go to the fifth. Still 1-0 A's. The Mets need to get this offense going, and soon. We're going to the fifth inning. Once again, thank you so much, Jonathan, for the $2 super chat, for the $10 super chat. Appreciate you going above and beyond like that to support the channel. Why are the Mets in such a rush? I don't know. All right, I think Mendoza's career is on the line. Well before the All-Star break. I give him a C currently, says Jonathan. James says if it stays like this, it'll be a long season. Gelb's given his little, I was going to say sideline, but there's really no sidelines. His little report here. Fouled off, 0-1 to count. Yonkers Joe is here. What's up, Yonkers Joe? And a ground ball is short. Lindor's got it. Fires the first. One away. Back to the top of the lineup here for the A's. Butler's 0 for 1 with a walk-in and ground out. In for a strike, 0-1. And a ground ball at first. Young's got it. He'll take it to the bag himself. 2 away. That'll bring up Nick Kurtz. He's 0 for 1 tonight with a walk. Reached on a fielder's choice. A.K.A. Burrito Boy. Mendoza sitting on the hottest seat in baseball. I agree with that as well. We will come around in a positive way. Yeah. Then they better start doing it before it starts costing people their jobs. Down low, 1-0. Oh, inside, 2-0. Bob says his Giants are beating the Oreos. The cookies, Leo. The cookies bounced in the dirt, 3-0. There's a strike, 3-1. In for a strike. No, called a ball. Did he challenge it or no? No. Oh, 2-out walk here. We'll bring up Langoliers, who had an RBI single his last time up. Jonathan says, John, we do agree that Mendy's job is on the line this season, right? Absolutely. Absolutely. Swung on a miss, 0-1. The Mets have too much potential to be stagnant. Agreed. The homeless ace who have down low gets away. And the runner will advance. I mean, can we all agree that Alvarez needs to go? He is a liability behind the plate. The 1-1. Swung on a miss, 1-2. It's not way too early to judge. The Mets missed the game last year the Mets missed the playoffs by 1 game. All these games matter. Popped up, shallow center field. Robert will make the catch to end the inning. The Mets are too good of a team to be playing like this. We're halfway through, still 1-0. Frank says trade Albie for some crunchy coffee. BBA says Albie another DH on a team with way too many of them. Agreed. Oh, is it, John? I don't know. Honestly, he's a liability behind the dish. For the Mets, here in the 5th, it'll be Semien, Mauricio, and Alvarez. 22. The Mets have 3 runs over the last 22 innings. I mean, unacceptable. They weren't playing the Dodgers. They're playing Arizona and the A's. You got to stop playing down to your competition. Sloppy. Very... not, man, Jonathan... Like he's a beetle. Paula says people forgot how we had to win in 24 just to get into the playoffs. Up high, want to know, DeSemian? Mets have a history of wasting great starts by a pitcher last night and now tonight. Something's got to give. Yep, Leo agrees. Alvarez has got to go. We have a better option named Terrence. And we have a young kid down in the minors, too. What's his name? Parada? Monday, the Mets are in La La Land. Down low, 3-0. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. All 10 o'clock starts, everybody. In for a strike, 3-1. Oh, Leiter, the new pitcher here. I didn't realize it was a new pitcher. Leiter Jr. And Semyon pops one up. Shallow left. The center fielder will come over. Oh, almost misjudged it, but Clark stays with it. 1 away. That'll bring up Ronnie Mauricio. Next week, 3 in La La Land and then 3 at Wrigley. Swung on a miss by Mauricio, 0-1. Danny Mendoza put on glasses, but he's doing his job like he's wearing beer goggles. And a grounder to first, foul, 0-2. 0-2 the count. Yeah, the DeGrom treatment. Pitched great, no runs. I don't understand it with this team, man. How can the whole team slump at the same time? And Mauricio swinging that crap in the dirt. 2 away. I don't know why they brought this kid up either. Yeah, Grady had the walk-off win, but... Come on. He still hasn't learned not to lay off pitches in the dirt. Alvarez takes the pitch right down the middle, 0-1. Alvarez walked his first time. Tenth pitch from Leiter. And a little chopper foul, 0-2. No support for our pitchers. The 0-2. And that one lined up the middle, base hit. So Alvarez's problem is not at the plate. It's behind it. That'll bring up Benj, who struck out his first time. Go 0-7. And Benj, oh, what a play by McNeil at second, and throws him out at first. Benj absolutely ripped that in the right, and McNeil on the shallow right field grass makes a diving stop. We go to the 6th, still 1-0 A's. We go to the 6th. Let me come back over to the chat here. My heart sank for Cousin Nolan last night when I read the report. Do we miss McNeil? No, not really. I think it's obvious that our boys are not going to make this an easy season. Soderstrom takes the ball inside, 1-0. Star Wars says, there you go, Phillies losing today. I'm not worried about if the Phillies are losing today. I'm worried about if my Mets are losing today. 2-0 the count. And the chopper to second. Semion's got it. Over to first, one away. That'll bring up Wilson, who's 1 for 2 with a single and a line out to center. Jonathan says, I cut my finger and found out that I bleed blue and orange. Mine's like a vomit green. That will pitch way up high to Wilson, 1-0. And that one lined in the left. A 1-out single. Uh-oh. The trainer's coming out to look at Holmes here. That's not good. Holmes is coming out of the game. Tobias Myers here coming into the game. So we'll see. We'll see if we can find the report on Holmes here. Once again, welcome in everybody. My name's John. I go live for every Mets game. We'll mix in some other games as well. Sunday is a full day of streaming. We have our first power rankings of the season coming out on Sunday. Then we have Mets and A's at about 1:30 on Sunday. And then Sunday night we have the Guardians and Braves game. And then Monday night the Mets are in La La Land. So a late night Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Then our first off day. We have not had an off day yet since the season started. Thursday will be our first off day. But then Friday, we'll have 2 games for you. We'll have the Mets-Cubs game at 2 o'clock. And then starting Sunday, there will be a poll on the community tab. And I'm putting up both Apple TV games. We'll cover one of the 2 Apple TV games on Friday night. But we'll let you guys decide which one. Nope. Yeah, something wrong with Holmes. That's not good. Tobias Myers will be the new pitcher here for the Mets. 4 games with a 1.13 ERA. Hey, Kurt is here. What's up, Kurt? Moab is here. What's up, Moab? They're still giving Myers some warm-up pitches here. McNeil will be the batter. McNeil 1 for 2 on the night. And that one lined. Nice play to throw back to first. Oh, it hit the runner. So 2 out. Nice catch by Mauricio on that line drive. Two out, runner on first here. Keep the score reasonable. Down low, 1-0. Down low, 2-0. What do you mean, Leo? Why are you scratching your head here? Holmes was taken out for injury. The trainer came out and took him out. The 2-0. They're right down the middle, 2-1. Holmes has got some kind of either cramping issue or something. Some calf tightness or something. The taking Holmes out here is not on Mendoza. Oh, the robo ump and right down the middle, 2-2. The robo ump and the chicken jockey. The chicken jockey's funny because he's wearing a Met hat. I know it's hard to tell when it's so little, but the 2-2. And chops foul will do it again. Well, my guess is if Holmes is out, either Manaea gets added to the rotation or Scott gets called up, would be my guess. And fouled off, still 2-2. Two and two the count here from Myers. Muncie's 0 for 2 on the night with 2 strikeouts. Myers deals. And a ground ball to Mauricio. Nice scoop. Fires. Wide throw, but Young stays with it. That's a dangerous play. That's a 5-3 on the putout. We go bottom 6. Ooh. Back to the top of the Met lineup. Lindor, Bichette, and Young coming up. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping, James. Just something, either cramps or something. But great stuff once again, everybody. Let's take a look at some of the other MLB games going on tonight. They're in the bottom of the 7th. Diamondbacks have a 5-4 lead over the Phillies. The Tigers have a 2-0 lead over the Marlins in the 8th inning. Angels up 5-1 over the Reds in the 8th. Blue Jays up 6-4 over the Twins going to the 6th. The Rays still up 3-2 over the Yankees. It's going bottom 6. The Braves up 4-2 over the Guardians in the 6th. Giants up 3-1 over the Orioles. Double stuffed Oreos. Royals up 1-0 over the White Sox. Brewers up 3-2 over the Nationals. And the Red Sox and Cardinals are scoreless in the second. Jonathan says, I'd bring up Scott. That's what I would do as well. All right, here we go. Bottom six. Let's get something going here, Mets. Lindor needs to get his head out of his backside. Popped up, first pitch. And it'll go out of play, 0-1. Jack Perkins, the new pitcher here for the A's. The 0-1. Up and in. Did he swing? No. 1-1. Raymond says, come on, Lindor, string some hits and runs together. The 1-1. Swung on a miss, 1-2. Guys are dropping like flies, and we're still in April, says Darnell. The 1-2. Fouled off. We'll do it again. One and two the count. Not sure what the delay is here. Oh, Perkins will set and deal. And chopped foul. We'll do it again. The 1-2. Inside, 2-2. The 2-2. Inside, 3-2. The 3-2 to Lindor. And that one lined. Base hit in the left field. There you go. That'll bring up Bichette, who's 0 for 2. Let's go. He looks at the dugout. Says, come on, let's go. Bichette DHing tonight. Up high, 1-0. Finally coming out of the capsule. Yeah, I have it on. The 1-0 to Bichette. And fouled off, 1-1. No need to be sorry, Jonathan. It's a big moment. Pick-off throw. Not in time. McGill's still recovering from Tommy John surgery. One and one to Bichette. And he lines one out to right field, and that'll drop in for a base hit. Lindor read it the whole way. He's on his way to third. The throw is wide. And the Mets have runners at the corners with nobody out. Lindor read it perfectly the whole way. Young, the batter here. And he rips one. Oh, caught. They got the runner held up. Oh, and they called Lindor out at third. But runners on first and second now. Nope, Mets aren't going to challenge. So it'll be first and second now with one out. Good play by Kurtz at first. He doesn't get that. That's an easy run, and still first and third for the Mets. He was out. Oh, I don't know. But the Mets didn't challenge. Here's Robert Jr., first and second now with one out. No, I'm not mad at Lindor. Lindor did his job by making sure that they didn't turn two and fouled off 1-1. Because that was a line drive right back to the first baseman. Nothing you can do there. Well, nothing. Yes, there is something you can do. Make sure you don't get into a double play. And that's exactly what Lindor did. The 1-1 to Robert. And a ground ball right to the shortstop. Flip the second for one on the first double play. And the Mets rally is ended. We go to the seventh. Still 1-0 A's. This team can't come up with a big base hit when you need it. Can't come up with a hit when you need it. And they screwed up. Yep. And that's not Lindor's fault. I have no problem with Lindor there. The job there is to stay out of the double play the first time. And he did that. Gave his team a chance with runners on first and second with one out. And then Robert hits into a double play. All right, here we go to the seventh. Meyer's still on the mound. In for a strike, 0-1. Myers came in last inning, got his two batters out. For people that are blaming Lindor there, well, I don't understand why you're blaming Lindor there. What do you want him to do? The runner on third's job is to make sure there's not a double play. And a ground ball to second. Semion's got it. One away. Paula says left hamstring tightness. That's not good. And that one fouled off 0-1. Freddie, stop worrying about what everybody else is doing. If the Mets can win and keep winning, it doesn't matter what anybody else does. Everybody worried about what the other teams are doing on April 10th. How about worrying about what that team is doing when you play them? Swung on a miss, 1-2. The 1-2. And a ground ball that's short. Lindor's got it. 2 away. Back to the top of the lineup. Here's Butler. He's 0 for 2 tonight with a walk. In for a strike, 0-1. And a little chopper back to Myers. He's got it. We'll flip the first. A nice 1-2-3 inning from Myers. We go bottom 7. Stand up and stretch, everybody. We will be right back. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. There we go. Jonathan also with a super 20 membership gifted. Unbelievable, Jonathan. In for a strike, 0-1 here to be. To be eligible for those free memberships, you do have to hit that free subscribe button. The 0-1. In for a strike, 0-2. The 0-2. Beatty swings at the ball down in the dirt. Looks at the 2 right down the middle of the plate and swings at the ball that almost hit him. James. Here's Semyon. 1 out, nobody on. He swings and misses, 0-1. And popped up. Left fielder will come in. 2 away. JL, welcome in. Good evening. That'll bring up Mauricio, who's 0 for 2 with a ground out and a strikeout. And line foul, 0-1. JL, we don't care what. Why do you care if the Phillies are losing? Are you a Phillies fan? Up high, 1-1. Maybe JL is a Phillies fan. Exactly, BBA. The Mets are losing too. Swung on a miss, 1-2. Who's your team, JL? Down low, 2-2. Is it missing Soto this badly? No, because it sucked with Soto in the lineup. The 2-2. Swung on a miss and the pitch that almost hit him. We go to the 8th. Still 1-0 A's. Yo, Caps is here. What's up, Caps? Soto's out for 2 to 3 weeks. Yep. It's another one of them games. Yep. All right, here we go to the 8th. Up high, 1-0. And fouled off 1-1. Cap says he's getting faster with this hunting pack. Swung on a missed 1-2. Called strike 3. Got him looking. 1 away. Myers has retired all 6 batters he's faced so far. And blooped foul 0-1. Outside 1-1. Bounce in the dirt 2-1. Looks like just bet the under every Met game. Well, for the Mets, not for the other teams. I wasn't expecting to see a 1-0 score. I am. This team is absolute. And that one fouled off 3-2. Mendoza needs to go. This is all on the manager at this point now. You changed all the other coaches in the offseason and nothing's changed. Yo, Jonathan with another super sticker. Jonathan with critical hit. Jonathan with another $5 super sticker. And a ground ball down the first. Young's got it. 2 away. Jonathan, man. Unbelievable. Total of $17 in super chats. 20 gifted subs tonight as well. Two out, nobody on here. And a ground ball down the first. Young's got it. He'll take it to the bag himself. Another 1-2-3 inning for Myers. We go bottom 8. It'll be 8-9-1. Alvarez, Benj, and Lindor. Oh, man. By the way, Mr. PAS, when I first entered the stream, the poll was up. I scrolled, and I registered my opinion wrong. We're not down because no, we are not. McNeil does have a double tonight, but he didn't get an RBI and he didn't score. So, all right, 8-9-1 for the Mets. And that one fouled off 0-1. Once again, shout out to Charles. I know Charles been posting the channel rules all night long. Thank you, Charles. Thank you for the team there with Charles. We don't need power hitting. We need hitting. Fouled off 0-2. Bounced in the dirt 1-2. Jacob says some Met fans on Twitter are panicking. John, at least you're a smart Met fan and won't overreact. I don't know about that either. The 1-2 to Alvarez. Swung on a missed. One away. That'll bring up Benj, who's 0 for 2. Miss Gina says, you know my thoughts on Sleepy Mendoza. And slap down into left field. That'll be a 1-out single. Benj will stop at first. That's what we need from Benj, going the other field. Back to the top of the lineup with Lindor, who singled his last time. What do we got tonight? We got 6 new subs on the YouTube side. Welcome in. Oh, we're getting a pitching change here as we go back to the top of the lineup. I just don't think Mendoza's a good... it's getting to the point where he's not a good leader of men. Pinch hit Dave Kingman. All right, here we go, everybody. Back at it. Cap says, we score in this inning. I have to gift the subscribers. Let's go. Bounced in the dirt. It gets away. And Benj did not go. Swung on a miss, 1-1. One and one to count here. Yo, Jonathan. With another $2 super chat. Yo. Outside, 2-1. The 2-1. And a little chopper to second. McNeil's got it. He'll throw over to first. 2 away. That'll bring up Bichette with a runner on second. The first pitch to Bichette, down low, 1-0. The 1-0. In for a strike, 1-1. One to Bichette. And ripped foul, 1-2. Jonathan says, do something, guys, please. The 1-2 to Bichette. Swung on and missed. He struck him out. We go to the ninth. Still 1-0 A's. You're smelling free baseball. I'm not. How? The Mets haven't shown anything about scoring a run tonight, and you think you're getting free baseball. See if they let Myers pitch the ninth or if they bring somebody else in. All right, here we go. If the Mets can keep it a 1-run lead here, it'll be Young, Robert, and Robert Jr. and Beatty in the bottom of the ninth. Caps still gifted out memberships, even though the Mets didn't score. Thank you, Caps. Caps and Jonathan both going above and beyond tonight to support the channel. Tobias Meyer still on the mound. First pitch is hurt in the left field and bobbled by Bench. The throw back in the second, not in time. Wilson's now 3 for 4. Runner on second and nobody out here for the A's looking for insurance. Robert P. says even though the Mets can't hit, guys hit the like button. Once again, thank you, Caps, for the 5 gifted subs, or 5 gifted memberships. That one lined in the left field. That'll get down for a base hit. Bench comes up throwing. The throw to the plate is not in time. And it's 2-0. Jeff McNeil with an RBI single. Yep, this is going to be a long season. That's why you can't stick around. You can't. And that one ripped in the left. That'll get down for extra bases. And it'll be second and third. Nope, he stopped. Muncy did stop at second. You can't stick around with Mendoza for long. If this team is not responding, and I don't want to hear Soto's not in the lineup. I'm sorry, having Soto in the lineup doesn't change anything here. Still nobody out here in the ninth with a run home already. Infield is now in. In for a strike, 0-1. It was called a strike. Batter is challenging. And it's a strike. Can Dumdos pull Myers so we have a chance? Jonathan says, okay, now I'm pissed. Semyon checks the runners back. Throws over to first, 1 away. Thank you, James. Appreciate it. Don't blame Lovelady. Lovelady pitched 2.5 shutout innings last night. But keep making fun of Lovelady when he's the one that shut it down last night after they gave up 7 runs in 2 innings. Outside 1-0. And a ground ball up the middle. That'll score 2. And it's 4-0. Yeah, I kind of agree with the Immortal Worm here. What are we saving the bullpen for? Myers got 7 outs. Where's the next guy? Kind of agree. And now that'll be it. Now we're getting a pitching change, and it will be Lovelady. It's over, says Paula. So much pressure on pitchers because of no offense. Yep. It's not Lovelady's fault. Where's Fitzy? Fitzy's in the 4th inning. So when we're done here tonight, I'll redirect you guys over to Thomas Fitzpatrick, who's got the Cardinals and Red Sox tonight. Where is he? There he is. Oh, replays is live. I won't send anybody over to replays. But no matter what happens here the rest of the way, we'll be back tomorrow afternoon for Game 2 of this series. I guess I didn't need to listen to yesterday's game after the 7th. History repeating itself. Yep, agreed. Lindor's, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with this team, man. It's lack of leadership. Down low, 1-0. Down low, 2-0. Nah, I won't even watch. I don't even watch. This has got me so agitated. It's like working at a job. You replace all the employees, but you don't get rid of the people in charge. And you still have the same results. There's a strike. 3-1. Jonathan with another super sticker. Jonathan, thank you so much, man. I can never thank you enough. And a ground ball is short. Lindor will flip it to Semien. The turn, double play. But the A's put up a 3 spot. We go bottom 9. A's up 4-0. Kev says, how did we know last year that Mendoza needed to be fired, but Sturgeons didn't? Robert says, tomorrow, first person at the game gets to be manager. No, Miss Gina, no word from the copyright office. I did log in today, but nothing. Actually, I might watch the Rico Bronya tonight just to see what they have to say. If they even do one. James says this seems worse than last year. Worse than last year. This team averaged less than 5 runs a ball game last year. Now they're off to a slow start. Well, technically they are. They are worse than last year then. Because they're averaging less than 5 this year too. Frank T says lack of leadership, lackadaisical and lazy. The positive is the great play calling and the chat reading. Mike says you can bet Soto's in no rush to get back to the train wreck. All right, here we go, everybody. Bottom of the ninth. Outside, 1-0. Elvis Alvarado on the mound. Outside, 2-0. The 2-0. Outside, 3-0. The 3-0. Right down the middle, 3-1. Why can't the Mets score 4? Because they're not hitting. They don't have an offense that can score 4. Swung on and missed. 3-2. Three and two. And fouled off. We'll do it again. He doesn't want to play in New York. That's why he didn't sign in New York. The Yankees and Mets both wanted him. He didn't want to play in New York. Fouled off. Still 3-2. Mike says, and if you think King Cohen's going to watch this for 100 games before canning Mendy, I got a bridge to sell you. What's up, Zen Bubble? The 3-2. Fouled off again. call. Takes a fastball right down the middle of the plate. I don't understand that. You foul all those pitches off, and then you look at one right down the middle. Swung on a miss by Robert. Right down the middle, he takes it, 0-2. The 0-2. And popped foul, we'll do it again. You'd send Mauricio down. Yeah, Mauricio shouldn't have been brought up. The 0-2. And that one lined into center field. It'll get down for a base hit. Yo, C. Lee is here. What's up, C. Lee? C. Lee says this score sucks. This team sucks. Shame on us for thinking this team was better than last year's team. What do we need to do? We need to fire the manager. Swung on a miss, 0-1. Fouled off, 0-2. Every caught looking, I'm calling a Chavez. And fouled off, still 0-2. Stearns is given the whole season. If the team doesn't make the playoffs, Stearns will be fired. The 0-2. Outside, 1-2. The 1-2. Alvarado will deal. And Beatty pops one up, out to right. Butler will make the catch before the track. 2 away. And the Mets are down to their last out. Yeah, tell the manager to hit the road, Jack. Mets have not scored since the first inning of yesterday's ball game. And chopped foul, 0-1 to Semien. And that one popped up, out to shallow left field. Soderstrom is there, and the ball game is over. It's Robert. Well, then call them S&Y and tell them they're calling them by the wrong name too then. Please. The Mets don't score in the ninth. They get shut out 4-0. 4-0. 4-0. 4-0. 4-0. 4-0. 4-0. 4-0. 4-0. 4-0. 4-0. 4-0. 4-0. 4-0. 4-0. 4-0. 4-0. 4-0. 4-0. 4-0. 4-0. 4-0. 4-0. 4-0. 4-0. 4-0. 4-0. 4-0. 4-0. 4-0. 4-0. 4-0. 4-0. 4-0. 4-0. 4-0. 4-0. 4-0. 4-0. 4-0. 4-0. 4-0. 4-0. 4-0. 4-0. 4-0. 4-0. 4-0. 4-0. 4-0. 4-0. 4-0. 4-0. 4-0. 4-0. 4-0. 4-0. 4-0. 4-0. 4-0. 4-0. 4-0. 4-0. 4-0. 4-0. 4-0. 4-0. 4-0. 4-0. 4-0. 4-0. 4-0. 4-0. 4 Mendoza should be fired before the start of tomorrow's ball game. Nah, right now, no, I don't think so. This team, on paper, this team's good. This is on Mendoza. This is on Mendoza right now. So thank you all so much, especially Jonathan. Jonathan with the $21 in super chats and super stickers and 20 gifted memberships. Caps with 5 gifted memberships as well. Thank you to the seven new subs on the YouTube side. We will be back live again tomorrow for Game 2 of this series. Mets are now 7-7 on the year, and we will try it again tomorrow. On YouTube, when I end the stream, it'll ask you if you want to redirect over to Thomas Fitzpatrick's stream. He's got Red Sox and Cardinals tonight, and we'll see everybody tomorrow afternoon.